A major claim was made about me again, Meghan Markle, in a book about the royal family. Stay tuned.
Scene 7, take 2. Mark.
If you are new to this channel, interested in this topic, consider to subscribe and hit the bell. According to royal correspondent Valentine Low, author of Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown, Meghan Markle, or famously known as Me Again, was labeled a, quote, narcissist, sociopath, end quote, by some palace aides as her and Harry's relationship with the British monarch fractured. So bad did things eventually become that Harry and Meghan's team would later call themselves, and they would refer themselves as the Sussex Survivors Club. This is what Valentine Low he wrote in his book. This is the level of narcissism and behavior, the worst kind of behavior Meghan Markle showed to her own staffers who were working for her day and night, available all the time, provided by the palace, fed by the palace, paid by the palace. And this is how you behave? We all know how narcissist Meghan Markle is, but this time it is not just about a narcissist trait she has. She is actually being labeled as narcissist sociopath. Means she does have some big problem dealing with people living in a society. And guys, this is not something we should take lightly, because this is a disease. This is a real issue. I do not know how Harry is dealing with her, how things are panning out for him. I'm afraid it is not good. Quote, they also reportedly said on repeated occasions, quote, we were played. How they were played? Because Meghan Markle, from the very beginning, she was in the palace and she said to herself, you know what? I'm gonna be making fun of them. I'll be insulting them. At the same time, I'll tell the whole world after I am done with them, trashing them, I'll tell the whole world that, you know what, these people are very abusive. They do not take care of me. Remember, she accused the palace not taking care of her mental health. So I'm gonna be just trashing them, at the same time painting myself as the victim so that I can also sell my story and make a good amount of money. And this is exactly what Meghan Markle did. After she left UK, we have seen how she was cashing in on her Megxit departure. These staffers, they are not idiots. They are not, goofballs. They understand that they were being played. The reason for that is because in a later statement, these staffers, they actually said that Meghan Markle, she intentionally left behind trails of evidence. Why? Because of course, these evidences are going to be used by Meghan Markle to prove her case, to fake the whole thing, and then eventually gain sympathy, compassion, and love and fan followers. Because without proof, really, you do not know what to do. And these staffers, royal staffers, they were smart. They are very smart, and they detected this thing Meghan was doing, that, well, look, whatever Meghan is doing with all of this abusive relationship, with screaming and shouting, throwing stuff, mistreating people, she is actually at the same time keeping all the records so that she can actually use this for her own benefit. Quote, everyone knew that the institution would be judged by Meghan's happiness. This is what Valentine Low he wrote in his book. So when we talk about Meghan Markle, are you happy? Or ask this question at Oprah Winfrey interview, oh, how you were treated? Everybody was thinking, yes, this is the time Meghan Markle is gonna say, yeah, I was treated like a princess and I was the queen. I was so special to them. But lo and behold, Valentine Low, he is saying that no, that was not the case. What Meghan really wanted to portray herself as was not somebody who was happy at all, even though there was absolutely zero reason for her to be unhappy at the palace. But this was not what she wanted. She wanted the narrative to be she is unhappy and crying, oh my God, look what is happening with me. Quote, the mistake they made was thinking that she wanted to be happy. You can try to understand people. You can try to understand how somebody is going through, what somebody is doing, how they're going about their life and what they're doing, and you want to help them, really. This is exactly what we do. I mean, it doesn't have to be Meghan, or it doesn't have to be Harry or William or Kate. Whenever we see people, we approach them, we want them to be happy. But she wanted to be rejected. Believe it or not, she has this precondition in her mind that I cannot be treated fairly, I cannot be happy. People are gonna reject me anyways. I do not know where this insecurity came from, but this was pre-planned, guys. And she was obsessed with that narrative. And this is what Valentine Lowe, he wrote in his book. The book claims Meghan deliberately laid, quote, a trail of evidence, end quote, as she plotted her departure from the firm. Meghan has long absolutely denied bullying accusations against her, and she said, you know what, these are, quote, massively inaccurate. Few things I want to make mention of. Meghan Markle, she doesn't get along with anyone. You know, her father, sister, you talk about her brother, talk about the media, the paparazzi, anyone. I mean, you know, she never gets along with anybody. With the palace staffers, why you think it will be different? So the palace staffers, they kind of knew that we're dealing with somebody who is completely a narcissist and that we can never make her happy. So the point here is really that no matter what you try, you can never make Meghan Markle happy. I do not know how things are with Prince Harry. If the palace, who provided everything for Meghan and Harry for free for so many months, several months, Meghan was never happy with them. How she can be happy with Harry? It doesn't just make sense to me. Harry are you happy? The question is, are you happy? I don't think the answer will be yes. Meghan wanted to be a victim because she has monetary value. From the day one, as Valentine wrote, from day one, Meghan Markle was eyeing for something else. It was not living in the palace, because remember, if you are part of the British monarchy, you remain part of the British monarchy. You can never be excluded. You know, nobody can kick you out. Meghan Markle understood, you know what, if I remain who I am, then people will only know me as part of the British royal family, nothing else. But if I talk against them, then it is going to be bringing me so much money on top of my association with this British monarch. So I get to have the relationship with them on my terms and at the same time make a lot of money. And this is exactly what she did. She portrayed herself to be the victim. That way she was able to actually monetize her story and make millions of dollars. And this is exactly what she's doing with Netflix. We know the sign was, the deal with Netflix is bringing her $100 million. You know, what is very, very unfortunate and interesting at the same time is that Prince Harry, he turned a blind eye on his brother and sister-in-law. They tried to talk to Harry before Meghan came into the picture. They tried to convince him and tell him and console him and give him advice that, look, life is not going to be like this. It's going to get only better. You just have to have the patience. And look, we are happy, no problem. And I have seen actually some of the video clips where William and Catherine, they were talking to Harry. Nevertheless, Harry was like, no, I don't trust you guys. He disbelieved in his own family members' advice and what they have to say. Now, what is also very, very interesting is that Meghan Markle left behind trail of evidences, right? The way I interpret the whole thing is that Meghan Markle is going to be actually coming up with new evidences and proofs in the future because she recorded everything. This lady wasn't doing things haphazardly. She had a plan. So in the future, she will come and give another interview to Oprah. And this time she is going to be presenting those recordings that she did secretly and blackmail the whole monarchy one more time, or at least try to do that. But we know King Charles, he is now very, very strict, and I hope that he will take much stricter measure in order to avoid having Meghan Markle trashing them one more time in public. And this is my last point, guys. No one should say bullying was claimed only by the staffers, because Meghan fanboys, fangirls, they were saying, yeah, there's the staffers, right? They're very bad people. They do not know what they're talking about. But now, here you have an author who is trusted, who has trusted source. He is also making the same claim. Remember, if Valentine Lowe does say something that is not true, he can be sued. The staffers, the royal staffers, could not be sued. It would be much more complex in the situation. But with one writer, Valentine Lowe, For Meghan Markle and Harry to sue him is easy. They cannot sue him, and the simple reason for that is because he has evidences. He interviewed people. He's not lying. He has proof. So Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, just like they did not sue Tom Bauer, they cannot sue this writer, Valentine Lowe. And we know that this claim, the staffers bullying, is now coming from multiple sources, not just by the staffers, leaving us with no doubt who Meghan Markle is and that she is a narcissist sociopath. If you're new to this channel, consider to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.